Hello, welcome to Narrowboat Precious Jet. My name's Steve Tyrrell. I'm currently moored up on the Coventry part of the Coventry Canal. So anyway, it's a bit cold this morning. Let me turn the camera around and you can see. So in the marina there, or the wharf should I say, you can see the water's a little bit frozen. Got a bit of snow on it as well. It's not very thick though. It's only just frozen. So and the towpaths are nice and snowy. Look, the main canal itself is fairly clear, but as I say, we have some snow on the towpaths. There you go. Anyway, enough of this rubbish. Let's get into the boat and see what's happening. I'm afraid today we're going to be watching paint dry. All right, let's get into it. Have a little wander through the boat. Yeah, the gardener wheel, love it. So we're in the back cabin. Got some temporary steps at the moment just to get in and out of the boat until I get the rear cabin fitted. I'm in no rush for the rear cabin at the moment, although this is the area I did first. This is the area that needed the most attention because of badly flaking metal in the floor. So, and then in the engine room, a bit dark in here. Old Smokey's hibernating for the winter lot. Yeah, nice bit of plastic over him to keep him fresh so he doesn't get covered in bits of crap. Through into the shower room, still a mess. Through into the galley, still a mess. And then we're into the saloon area. So I did paint yesterday with aqua steel, and today the majority of it's gone black. Still not perfect, so I'm not here now for another couple of days. You can see there it's still looking a bit bluey green there. Looks, it's not quite set, and I don't really want to paint over it while it's damp or not quite set. I'd rather it went completely off and went black. And if that means leaving it a couple of weeks, or well, not a couple of weeks, a couple of days maybe, or a week, then fine. So what I'm going to concentrate on today is, if I just turn around and show you. So these first, not these first two, but these two sections of the bilge here, they are absolutely rammed full of ballast. There's no insulation in that at all. That's all ballast. So what I'm going to do today is, I'm only going to be here for a couple of hours, so I'm going to move the water tank down out of the way, move all this junk here and this junk here, and then I'm going to clear all the ballast out of these two. And if I have time, because I'm in work this evening, so if I have time, then I will clean and I'll get the multi-tool out and clean the base plate with it, get the vac out and vac it all up. And then I will, if I still have time at the end, I'll aqua steel it and get that painted ready. And then that only leaves me then 3 more sections of build to do, which is this section here, that section there, and that section there. And that's all I've got left to do then. Unfortunately, this is a bit of a wood store at the moment. I think some of this is going to have to go. Bits like this, that's just junk. That can go. The steps I'll probably keep. A lot of these bits of wood here I'll keep because although I may not use them again in the boat or use them for the dinette in the boat, which is what was here before, I will use them for something. Now whether that's making beehives or bird boxes or shelves in the boat, they'll come to good use. So there you go, we'll get on with that. Right, so let's make a start tidying up and making a bit of room and get these 2 bilges cleared out. I don't think you need to watch me tidy up, do you? No, you don't need to watch me tidy up. And if I don't put it on time lapse, I can take my time and relax and spend ages doing it if I want to. So yeah, I won't time lapse this. I'll just show you when it's done. All right, here we go. It's going to take me about an hour. Slowly getting there. Slowly. A couple of jobs at a time. Slowly getting there. As you can tell, I'm slightly out of breath. Surprised considering the amount of walking I do. Well, right, let's start shifting ballast around then, and we'll have another look in a minute. Let's see how we go. Well, if I was out of breath before, I definitely am now. That's more ballast moved. So that's another 3 sections of the bilge exposed, and I can start painting and sanding them up and cleaning them up and painting them, getting them ready for a final coat. There's the ballast. So these first 2 here, they were full of ballast all the way from side to side. These next few all the way through then to the back of the boat only has it on one side, and that's to counteract the fact that the Gardner engine is rather heavy. So I think the Gardner weighs in at something like a ton and a half, something like that. So the ballast all down one side counteracts that. So there you go. Right, let's get the brush out, tidy up, and then we'll get the sander out and do a bit of sanding. I think before I do anything in here though, I'm going to have to let it dry, because you can see down the edges there, look, all the way along the edge where I took the central heating pump out at the front and the water tank. The water has run down this side of the boat, because obviously the list is on that way, so that's the side where the water's headed. So consequently all that side of the bilge is a bit damp. I mean, it'll dry out quite easily, but hopefully by the time I've cleaned this up and sanded it, it will start to dry anyway, because I've got the windows open, it's allowing plenty of airflow. So yeah, we're getting there, getting so painfully close now to putting the sole back in. So I need to start thinking about buying marine ply for the sole. I know it's a bit of an overkill, but that's what I'm doing. So there you go. I think what I'll do is on top of the ballast, I'll put the Kingspan back in like that, and then on top of the ballast as well, I'm going to lay little 10mm thick sheets. And then what I'll do on top of that is I'll wear, I won't wear it. Well, I might wear it, you never know. You know, some people are kinky that way. I'll lay a moisture membrane between the bilge and the sole boards. And the sole boards I'm going to paint anyway. I'm going to paint the bottom of them with something like bitumen or something like that to keep the moisture out. But there will be a moisture barrier between the sole, the ballast, and the base plate, the ballast, and then there'll be a little bit of insulation, moisture barrier, and then the sole on top of that, the floorboards. So we're getting there. So there's only two bilges now not exposed, and I can't really do them until I move these boards across to the other side here. So once I've painted these, I can move the ballast and the bilge, move the ballast and the board, across this part, paint that, and then once it's all red oxide, the whole boat all the way through, then I can start thinking about the areas I want to use 2-pack epoxy resin and the areas I'm not going to bother. So I mean, under this bit of the boat here, I don't really see the point of using epoxy resin. I'm going to paint it with red oxide. That should be enough, because it's not going to see a massive amount of moisture under here. I mean, if you look here, look, this is dry. This is all dry. It's not. I know you're going to have some moisture at some point in its life, but this is dry. There's been no rot here at all, apart from where the bricks have sat. You know, there's nothing. There's not seen a massive amount of moisture in this part of the boat. That corner's different, because obviously the boat in its past, in its history, is listed that way, and all the water's run down there. You know, so but yeah, we're getting there. Right, time to have a bit of a tidy up and then do a bit of sanding with the multi-tool. Awesome. Right, onwards and upwards. Right, there you go. All the bilges are now sanded and clean up, and I've vacked them all, got rid of all the dust and all the dirt, so they've all been vacked up nice and clean. This corner here is still very wet, so I'm tempted to let that dry out before I put any aqua steel on there. I don't know, because you can work the aqua steel in, and it is water based, and they do say you can put it on top of water. I don't know, there's just something about it. I just like to paint it on dry. I don't know, but I might give it a coat before we go. What time is it now? It's 2:15, so we ain't done too bad. So I'm in work at 8 o'clock tonight, so I want to go home and perhaps have something to eat and a shower and a couple of hours kip, and then on the night shift. So right, yeah, you know what, I think I will. I think I'll give it an aqua steel, quick coat of aqua steel, and then go home, and then I won't be here then till perhaps Saturday or Sunday. Today's Wednesday, so that's 2 or 3 days complete for it to dry out and give it a chance to air and dry and set and all that sort of stuff. So we'll see how it goes. Right, a little bit more time lapse while I paint the aqua steel, and then it's home time. Right, stand by. Right, there you go, aqua steel's down. I put it down while the floor was still slightly wet, so that's why that end there looks a bit dirty. But it'll still be okay. When it dries, you won't even notice it, because the dirty crap you can see is just rusty, watery sludge, if you like, and it'll just turn blue, and then eventually it will go black, same as that's gone black down there. So you won't even notice it, you know. And I give it, the reason why it's so dirty like that is because I give it a real good mix in just to make sure that it was definitely there. So yeah, so that's it for today. I think I'll just end the video here and start again when I come back. So I'm not going to be here again. Today's Wednesday, and I don't think I'll be here until Saturday or Sunday. So yeah, a bit like watching paint dry again, I suppose. But it is what it is, isn't it? You know, we're making small advances, and that's all that matters. You know, if I looked at the whole picture, I'd probably worry, but I just do each job at a time, one job at a time. That's all you can do. So that's all I really think about, is just doing one job at a time. So, but I must admit, I'm gonna have to start ordering in boards and showers and all that sort of stuff soon, because once it starts going back together, it won't take long. It won't take long at all. So I think what I'll do is I'll get all the floor and everything in, fit the kitchen, get the sole boards in, fit the kitchen, fit the bathroom, fit everything else back in, and then if I want a nice floor on top of that, either oak or distressed oak or some sort of engineered floor, I'll put that in once everything else is in. So that'll go in once the kitchen and everything's in. So anyway, hope you've enjoyed the video so far and the videos so far. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. Be a pleasure to have you. Pleasure to have you. Anyway, take care of yourselves. Look after yourselves. Take it easy. Look after your families. Stay safe. And I'll see you soon. See you. Bye.